Hey everybody, it's me Gambit896 and I'm back with another video for you guys. Today I'll be reviewing Venom, Circle of 4. The series is written by Rick Remender and the second trade collects issues 10 through 14 of Venom and also 13.1, 13.2, 13.3 and 13.4. Now if you're wondering where issues 6, 7, 8 and 9 are, they were part of the Spider Island crossover written by Dan Slott and illustrated by Humberto Ramos, which Venom had a brief crossover in that title, along with Amazing Spider-Man. But if you didn't read Spider Island, I have to give Marvel the credit for their previously pages where they catch you up on everything that you need to know in order to be fully able to enjoy the Circle of 4 storyline. So the story picks up right after the events of the Spider Island crossover, with the death of Flash Thompson's father. So we have Flash dealing with that and attending his father's funeral. And to add insult to injury, Venom, or Flash's arch nemesis, Jack-O-Lantern, shows up at the funeral, and he then takes Flash to visit Crime Master, who is Jack-O-Lantern's boss, and we have Crime Master basically manipulating Flash to go to Las Vegas and steal something that the Crime Master is after. The reason they're able to manipulate Flash is because A, they threaten the lives of his family and his loved ones, but also they know that he is the new Venom, or Agent Venom for the US government. There's a really cool fight scene in this between Venom and Captain America, as you can see there and there. So we then have the road trip storyline where we have Venom, or Flash, and Jack-O-Lantern traveling to Las Vegas together, where we see the relationship between these two arch nemesis. I hope I'm using the right word there. We see their relationship really start to take a new turn, and we really see that these two are quite similar to one another in some respects. We get Jack-O-Lantern's backstory as a kid and how he became the supervillain known as Jack-O-Lantern. So that was a really creepy but also really interesting story beat to read. We also have some really cool shots by Lan Medina of the symbiote going crazy as Flash is losing control while trying to find what it is that Flash needs to steal for Taskmaster, as you can see there and there, which we find out is the another symbiote known as Toxin, which we see the Venom symbiote, which basically Flash and Venom, or the Venom symbiote, are two separate characters in this. And we see that the Venom symbiote really doesn't like the Toxin symbiote because it views it as competition to the Venom symbiote. And here we see another really cool shot of the Venom symbiote in its full angry, really cool glory, as you can see there. So that leads up to issue number 13, and then we have the start of the Circle of 4 storyline, which is a supernatural story involving Blackheart and Mephisto. If you don't know, Mephisto is kind of the Marvel Universe version of the devil, and Blackheart is his son, or his wayward son anyway, and we see that these two have some father issues, or father and son issues to say the least. Here we have a really cool shot of Thunderbolt Ross, aka the Red Hulk, paying a visit to Flash Thompson in his hotel, as you can see there and there. We also see that Flash has lapsed back into drinking again. He's broken up with Betty, and we really see that he's struggling with his inner demons while also struggling to control the Venom symbiote. Here we see a really cool shot of a very heated discussion between Mephisto and Blackheart. These two characters primarily showed up in the Ghost Rider comic, which was one of the earlier Marvel horror comics back in the back in the 70s, I believe. It could have been a bit earlier, I'm not really too sure. Again, here's another really cool shot of a double page spread of Tony Moore's artwork, as you can see there and there. The Circle of Four storyline is basically a mini event or a mini crossover between the Red Hulk, X-23, Ghost Rider and Venom series, as apparently the editorial team at Marvel asked Rick Remender if he could work the characters into the storyline, along with the Venom storyline going on in the road trip part of it, because apparently those series weren't doing too well, so they were trying to boost the sales, but unfortunately I think all three of those series wound up getting cancelled soon after. There's also some really cool guest appearances in this, such as Dr. Stephen Strange, or Doctor Strange, and Damon Hellstrom, two magic users within the Marvel Universe, and also Johnny Blaze, the former host to the Ghost Rider or the Spirit of Vengeance. There's a really cool lot of action in the Circle of Four storyline, and we also see each of the four characters of the Red Hulk, Flash or Venom, X-23 and the new female Ghost Rider really battling with their own personal inner demons. The most interesting of which has to be the inner demon kind of battle storylines with Flash and X-23. Here's a really cool shot of Mephisto, as you can see there. And I'll also show you another really cool shot as well, which shows Mephisto in his full terrifying glory. It's probably something you see out of a nightmare, as you can see there. Overall, I'd say that the road trip storyline and the issue 13.4 and 14, which are all written by Rick Remender, those stories are worth 5 out of 5 because they have some fantastic writing from Rick Remender and also equally on par artwork from Lan Medina and Tony Moore. The Circle of Four storyline I thought was really solid, and I personally really dig it because I'm a really big fan of stories with supernatural elements, or heaven, hell, angels and demons and what have you. But I can see how some people might be a bit kind of trepidatious about picking up this particular volume of Venom because of the Circle of Four storyline being collected as well. The Circle of Four issues from 13.1 and 13.2 are written by Rob Williams, and issue 13.3 is by Jeff Parker. On the artwork for those Circle of Four issues, we have Lee Garbett and Julian Tedesco, whose artwork styles I really like. But the only art style I don't like is Sana Takeda, Takeda, however you choose to pronounce that. I'm just not really fussed on that particular art style. There's also some really cool ill-timed humor moments with a combination of the Venom symbiote, the Spirit of Vengeance, and the Red Hulk kind of a team-up, which I don't know if you can see the dialogue, but it says, "We smash for vengeance!" And that's the last time I try and do a Venom impression. There's also another really cool ill-timed humor moment. This isn't meant to sound derogatory towards females or female characters, but just the way that Tony Moore just draws this woman running through hell and running away from this goat, and the expression on the goat's face and his eyeballs, just it kind of begs to reason as to why he's chasing after her. I just thought that was a really funny ill-timed kind of humor moment on the part of who wrote that issue? Yeah, Rick Remender. Yeah, so I thought that was a really cool ill-timed humor moment on the part of Remender there. So the road trip issues by Rick Remender and Lan Medina and Tony Moore, and also issues 13.4 and 14, they get an absolute 5 out of 5 because the writing by Rick Remender is fantastic, with the equally on par artwork from Medina and Tony Moore. The Circle of Four storyline gets a solid 4 out of 5. The writing is really solid, but like I said, the one art style of Takeda's kind of brings it down a little bit. And also from a personal preference perspective, like I said, I really dig stories with elements of the supernatural, but I can see how that particular kind of storyline is not to everybody's taste. So overall, as an entire package, I'd have to give Venom Volume 2, Circle of 4, an overall score of 4.5 out of 5. I know it doesn't say Volume 2 on the spine, but this is the direct follow-on from Venom Volume 1, and like I said, the mini crossover into Spider Island, which you get the events of that on the previously page on the first trade of this first page of this trade. So like I said, 4.5 out of 5 for Venom Circle of 4. I can't speak today. And that about concludes this review video, guys. Thank you everybody for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Excuse me. As always, feel free to leave a comment below in this comment section. If you're new to my channel and you'd like to see more of my videos, please feel free to subscribe. And until next time, this is Scambit896 signing off, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys.